Okay, I got my gears over here. See the bench? The bench cleaned up a little bit. Let me put this, one of my tips for my snap ring pliers. Okay, here's your gears, and there's 9 holes, slots in each one, and there's 9 notches on here, so it doesn't matter which way this goes. What does matter is you take care of these pins right here, and I couldn't figure out exactly what they were for, but now I've figured it out and I'm going to share it with you in case you're interested. You can see right around here is a little bit of a cleaning spot where it's worn a little bit. I hope that shows up in there. Yeah, it shows up. And the pins ride on there because this clutch, we're going to go ahead and engage it in this side here. They will ride around there. They're sitting right down there on it. Pick it up, you see it drop down. And this one has a same type wear pattern. Yep. And it sits up here. The pins keep distance between these 2 gears, and on the outside of the gears you have the housing and the bushing stick in just a little bit. And there's only a little bit of play side to side between them, not a whole lot. But the key part to it is this clutch is free to move on that shaft. It's not a fit, it's not a press fit, there's clearance there, and their key sits inside this clutch right here, so that's locked to the shaft, but there's movement on the shaft, and it's made that way. And these pins act as guides between these 2 to keep this clutch lined up so it doesn't get cocked one way or the other when it tries to engage, and makes a nice straight even pull and just rides right up and down those pins. So that's what they're for. And we got over here on the bench, got it wiped up, so we'll slide her up here out of the way and see what else we can get into. Alright, while everything is still fresh in my mind of where things came from, I'm going to go ahead get them picked up and organized over there. The shaft is still oriented the way it came out. The key, now this key doesn't fit in there tight. It just lays right in there, and I'll get it over there and show it to you here in a minute. It's not a Woodruff key. It's similar to it. Let's see if we can see this. Oh, there it is. Pulls right out. It's a Woodruff, but it's got shoulders up there on it. You see that? So they fit right down in there, keep it from going down in there. And that clutch sits right here and slides back and forth. And it has to slide easy, so that's why you have the pins keeping the clutch lined up between the 2 of them, because there's slot between it and the shaft. So we're going to get this stuff wrapped up. Now the orientation of the shaft does not matter. Shaft can go in either way, but you do want to keep your shims. That's one of the washers and shim, kind of thick. Anyhow, keep your shims separate from your washer. Remember, the washer protects the seal from the snap ring. So it's between the snap ring and the seal. And that shim there looks like it's a washer rather than a shim. But I don't know. I got some new ones ordered. When they come in, we'll find out. And they come in different thicknesses also. I don't know if you can see that or not. There's a Little difference in the thickness between them. If I can get them to stop moving for you. Not a whole lot, a little bit. They come in 5, 10, 15s, and 20s and 30s, I believe. No shim there. Check on the inside. No shim there. You want to pay careful attention when you take it apart in case one does happen to fall out. You'll remember where it goes. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and clean these up and get them labeled where they belong. And I got two more things I want to share with you. Keep in mind that you're using gear oil in there, and gear oil is very viscous and things tend to stick. And the manual tells you to make sure you check closely for any shims or washers stuck behind. And this is the one from the left side. I did go back and double check, and there was one there. It was stuck there. It was hard to get out because it was spinning around, but it was just stuck with the oil. So I finally did get that out and labeled it. But what I want to show you is my labeling system. I don't have the fancy manila tags and little tie wraps and everything. What I've got is, and it's working right now, I don't know how well it'll work, just a piece of paper, a pair of scissors, and some twist ties from trash bags that I use. So for this, be the right hand, be the left hand seal, washer, and snap ring. It is right up here. Seal, snap, and washer. Cut your label. Take you a small screwdriver on your wooden table right in between two of the slats right there, and just poke your hole in there. And there you got yourself a label. And it would help if you wipe the parts down. Keep your label, keep your fancy, expensive label from getting oily. One other thing, I was digging through the parts manual, just verifying the right parts and everything, and they give you changes. One of the reasons why some of the part numbers change, and I came up with one change they made on the seal part number is that the old seal was metal, and this is still metal, but it has a rubber coating around the outside of it, and supposedly you don't need a sealant around the outside because the rubber acts as that. And I didn't realize that till after I put these in, but they still came out well. And I'll probably put some on there when I put them back together anyhow. And stick them all through there, twist them up really good and tight, and put them up here with the rest of them. Now, it doesn't matter about your shaft which way it goes, but the reason why I labeled this one right side or left side is that and I have to stop and think which one it was, but anyhow, one side was leaking. I think it was the right side was leaking, and I want to check the bushing on there, see just how much play there was, get the left hand bushing out and check, see how much play there is. I might even take my micrometers and check across here and make sure the shaft's in good shape, and then take my inside mics and read the bearing, the bushing, and just see how much play there is in there, just for my own curiosity. Well, that's going to wrap it up for today. Till next time.